What's going on, YouTube? This is What Would Josh Do, and this is a super exciting video. This is on a new phone. Now, the most frustrating thing about this is since like 6 a.m. this morning, this has been out for delivery. It is currently 8:44. Yes, so it's almost 9 p.m. It said 6, and then it said by 8, and then it said by 10, and then it said by 12, and then it just said by 7, and then, 8 o'clock rolls around. I've been a hot mess all day. It's my day off. I was really looking forward to making a video today. And here it is, literally the end of the day. Anyways, regardless, it is freaking here. So, I did get a return sleeve to send off my old phone and a shipping label because I did T-Mobile's upgrade thing. So basically, this Pixel 8 Pro that I've been using and loving for the last almost 2 years now is going to go in this sleeve and go to T-Mobile, and they're going to give me $500 for it. So then it makes the payment on this phone lower because I did finance this phone on payments. I didn't buy it outright. So this is the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Now, if you guys have been longtime viewers, you know that I've had the Note 2, the Note 3, the Note 4, the Note 5, the Note 7, which I had to return because of the fire issue and everything. I think the last S Ultra series I had was a 22, and I only had that for a short bit, and then I upgraded to the... Anyways, I haven't had an S or Note or anything in a long time, and here we are. We are back. So, S25 Ultra. You're going to see what color I got. I'll basically just unbox this thing and show you. So I got it from T-Mobile. Samsung does have their own exclusive colors. And if I would have ordered it from Samsung, I would have gotten the green one. But I did not order it from Samsung, so I got the blue one. Now, I also ordered my very first D-brand case. I ordered the Ghost Case 2.0 because it has the little magnets. Because this does have 15-watt fast wireless charging, and my serial number and IMEI and everything is on this little sticker back here. So I'm going to take this little sticker off and I'm going to stick it to here, so that way I have that to reference later. And let's see what else we get in the box. So very simple, basically a SIM card eject tool, which we will pull that out because I need to take the SIM card out of my freaking... Dude, I love my Pixel, man. Honestly, I truly love this phone. It's been such a great phone. I like stock Android more than I like Samsung or LG or HTC. And you guys remember the HTC One M8, and they had the Google Play Edition that had stock, Android, and it didn't have HTC's skin overlay thing. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that in there because I have a ton of cables. And who knows? I'll leave that in there for now. Anyways, yeah, I do prefer the stock Android experience, but honestly, I wanted a new phone, and I haven't had a new phone in a minute, and also I haven't had a Samsung phone in a long time. And on top of that, I get asked all the freaking time, does this power bank support this with Samsung? Does this go with this with Samsung? I've realized that a ton of you out there have Samsung phones. So, yeah. That is a solid piece of phone there. Compared to this, it's just absolutely insane. And, yeah, in my D-brand, I ordered their screen protector. So, I'll be making a video on that when it comes. But here's the phone. It is, like I said, it's just a beautiful piece of aluminum. Or even if it's not aluminum, it's just nice. It is very nice. But yeah, I am going to miss this phone. I really do enjoy this phone. But I wanted something new. And, this is the latest and the greatest in tech right now. So let's turn this one off. And let's pull the SIM card out of this one. And then let's eject the... I just watched Jerry Riggs' video of this phone, so I do know that it's not that hole. It's this hole. Make sure you stick it in the right hole. But it's not going to be that bad if you stick it in the wrong hole. It's not going to do any damage. So let's go ahead and put our SIM card, stick that in here, and turn the phone on. Man, I'm gonna be so scared until my screen protector and case comes. If that's even the power button, because I don't know yet. Yep, okay, it is. Okay, so it told me that it needs to restart because of the SIM card. So let's let it do that. It feels really good. Like it's not the last. Okay, so look, as much as I love my Pixels, as much as I love my Google phones, and I have the Pixel Watch and the Pixel Buds and all that store stuff, Samsung just makes hardware that is like no other that I've experienced. Like when I do internet speed tests, my wife's S Ultra series has always outperformed whatever Google phone I have in my hand because I've been using Pixel phones since oh my gosh, it's just been such a long time. I had the Pixel 4 XL, that was such a beautiful phone. Love that phone. I have the Pixel 7 Pro next to me, and then I have the 8 Pro that I'm sending to T-Mobile because I'm getting upgrade, credits for this phone. And now, here's the issue with Samsung is you have all this Samsung stuff you have to like go through and agree with. So, oh my gosh. Oh, I'm gonna be so scared to use this thing tomorrow. The cases are on pre-order, so I just can't hold $1,300 in my hand and not have a case. There's just no way. In fact, the other day I was actually using my phone at work, and it flew out of my hand, and luckily it just got the case. Like it literally just nicked the corner of the case. The phone's still perfect. All right, I got the Google set up with a two-step. I will be using this device. Yes, I agree. All right, that's another thing about fingerprints, man. Fingerprints on Samsung phones just work better than Google phones. There's no denying that. I say that and now it's... And then also, in case it's laying on a table or something, I want to be able to unlock it with my pointer finger. Anytime you change fingerprints and stuff, all your apps that you have logged into and stuff, they're like, oh, you changed your biometrics. I'm going to make you re-sign into everything. So I just find it better to do it now and get it over with. All right, so we have our fingerprints added. Fingerprint unlock, fingerprint always on. All right, so I signed into my Samsung account, and it's got all this AI stuff, right? Like, it's cool. I may use it. I probably won't. I don't know. So, I'm not using Bixby. Samsung Wallet. So, I'll set that up later. Honestly, what? Blocks all apps. I don't know. This is the biggest issue I have with Samsung. And, all right, so after a minute, we're here. We are on a brand new setup. I chose not to copy all my stuff over because, with Pixel, I have my Pixel Buds and my Pixel Watch and Pixel stuff. And, I just prefer this to be fresh, just the way it is. Swipe down. So this side's notifications, this side's quick settings. Okay. I don't know why it says finish setting up and then it goes back to this. Oh, okay. It's just like before. I'm not doing Samsung Wallet for now. Okay. So we're at our home screen. We've got our buttons. Now, honestly, I'm so used to gestures. I hate seeing physical buttons on the screen now. I can't do it. So for here, this is another thing about Samsung. Samsung changes the way settings work. Samsung changes the way you get to certain things. Samsung changes everything. And also, it doesn't enable the highest quality by default because it wants to save battery. Navigation bar. Swipe gestures. Circle to search. Block gesture with S Pen. Sure. That is what I'm used to. So, go back. Also, I want my screen to be longer. So yeah, and then also what I do with Samsung is there's a way to prevent the battery, just like on the latest iPhones, from going bad quicker. We can go to device care and battery protection, and So it'll be when your device is charged to 100%, charging will stop, and blah, blah, blah. Stop charging at 80% when you're asleep. I'm going to do maximum and 80%. There you go. So now my battery will never charge past 80%. I honestly, truly plan on keeping this phone for a while, so I don't want my battery to go bad. My 15 Pro Max, after over a year and hundreds of charge cycles, was at 100% battery health over a year later and hundreds of charges later because I had the 80% limit on. So yeah, the best practice is to never let your phone get below 20% and unplug it when it gets to 80%. That's just the best practice. We've got battery protection on, we got wireless charging, and we got show battery percentage 42. These have 12 gigs of RAM. Before, you had to get the highest storage option or a higher storage option to get more RAM, and that wasn't the case with this phone. And I am somebody that has 70 gigs used of my 120 on my Pixel, and I honestly could delete stuff and have more space if that was a concern to me. So 120 gigs is perfectly fine for me, but 256 gigs, I feel like that's the one you should get. It's the sweet spot. If you're someone that's going to store hours and hours and hours of 4K or 8K footage or something, then yeah, get the 512 or the 1 terabyte. But honestly, these USB-C flash drives and external like hard drives are so fast. And also I use like Google Photos and Dropbox and stuff. And I could easily get rid of huge giant stuff and keep my device well under 200 gigs of use or even 150 gigs of use. So, but to each their own. There's going to be people out there that need more. So we do have performance profiles, but provides a recommended balance. Light prioritizes battery life. Auto optimization. Okay, yeah. So the auto restart's kind of cool. Basically, we're not very good at restarting our phones, or at least I'm not, and this will do it automatically. And one thing I like about Android is you get, like, we got Android 15 a long time ago, and we got Android 14, and we get latest version of Androids. With Samsung, Google has to release that update, right? And then Samsung has to say, okay, now we have it. Now we're going to put our One UI skin on top of it. And we're going to change the way everything looks about Android and the way everything works about Android. Then we're going to push this update out and see if it's working with everybody's phone. And it takes so much longer for you to get an update on Samsung than it does if you get it directly from Google. So I really, really like my Pixel, and I'm going to be sad that it's gone. But I might really enjoy this phone even more. And we have the S Pen, so that's pretty cool. Jerry Rig tore this thing down, and it still has the little charging coils, or it appears to. So you might be able to buy a new S Pen later in the future that has Bluetooth support for your S25 Ultra. So right now you don't get Bluetooth, you don't have that, so you're not going to have the, press the button to take pictures and stuff like that. It's pretty cool to have an S Pen once again. I honestly recently had to sign a PDF, and I was like, crap, I got to print this thing out. I got to fill it out. I got to scan it. I got to email it. Or I can use my mouse and draw this crappy thing. Or on Samsung, I can just edit the PDF, boom, send it right from my phone. Takes seconds. It's, having the stylus is super nice. Do I use it? No, not really. But when I need to, it's there and it's awesome. Yeah, this is just the unboxing. We have nothing on this side at all. And then we have like some microphones on the top there. We've got our up and down for volume, our power, our charging port there. And then our S Pen and speaker, microphone, SD or SIM card slot, no SD card slot. And then also we have super fast charging now. So I'm going to connect up this cable here and I'm going to plug it in. And yeah, we're charging at 35 watts right away. 37. I made a video of these cables. If I remember, I'll link to them in the description. I love these things. But yeah, it glows yellow, letting me know that it's charging. And I can see exactly how fast it's charging, which is 36 watts right now, which is pretty fast. And honestly, it puts me in a unique situation where all of my Anchor power banks, a lot of them, most of them, are 30 watts or less. And now that I can charge my phone at above 30 watts, it's going to put me in a situation. Honestly, luckily, I bought these power banks, and I did make videos of these power banks. This is their Samsung 10K, their newest one. It's 25 watts or wireless charging. And this one is 20K, and it's 45 watt. So if I connect up a tester here, and then I plug it in, you're going to be able to see that we are using PPS, which is Samsung's like fast charging protocol, programmable power supply, and we're charging this power bank pretty quickly at, up to 33 watts right now. Now, with Samsung, you do need to use a 5 amp cable if you want to get the full 45 watts. But all right, so this is just the unboxing, first look. I'm pretty excited. It's, obviously, it's got 5x optical and it's got, 10x optical with digital and as well. And then it's got like digital up to it's got, Samsung has some really good cameras, but so does Google. So yeah, this has the, Snapdragon 8 Elite, like the latest and greatest, best, like chip and stuff. So this thing's super fast. It's going to play games very well. Obviously, this is just my first moment with it. I need some more time with it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I look forward to making future videos with this S25 Ultra and seeing like which power bank is the best power bank for it. Like we've got this giant 250 watt amazing, like this thing is like just the best of the best when it comes to power banks. And yeah, it can charge this thing up at 45 watts, super fast charging 2.0. Obviously, as your phone is lower, it's going to charge faster. So if your phone's at 60%, it's not going to charge at 45 watts. But if your phone's at 20%, oh, it'll take all that 45 and run with it. So anyways, I'm done talking. This is what would Josh do, and I'm out.